It's kind of unreal to me that the only thing these people can still talk about is the money, the conversation.
Okay, again, this is a guy who's never run a business.
This
sounds like a spoiled 6-year-old.
That is the only thing that matters in business.
It's the only thing that matters. Hey, Steven, your little fucking movement you want to have, I don't know how doing a Billy Joel parody song or a shitty movie trailer is fighting a movement. All you do is whine and then use the thing you whine about. So I'm sorry, I don't buy your movement. But there is no movement without the money, Steven. Daily Wire is not going to do this for fun. They're going to do it because it pays their bills. Mm-hmm. So for you to go, can you believe that all they talk about is money? Says the guy who's about to be 50, who wanted to be $120 million richer. It's easy to say it's not about money when you're being offered 4 days a week at $120 million. It's really easy, you disingenuous sack of shit. Daily Wire starts your deal down $100 million. You start the deal up $100 million. They are now playing a game of fucking musical chairs where they're fighting the clock. They have to grab 120, well, technically they have to grab 150 to $200 million in order to recoup what they're paying Crowder. So you can sit there with the 150 in the bank and go, that's not about money. Meanwhile, the Daily Wire is like, we need to own everything this motherfucker has. We got to make sure he doesn't get banned from anything because we just spent our entire company's value on bringing this fucking guy in. So now they're stress sweating for the next 4 years trying to get that back.
It's like spending money you don't have on an investment you hope pays off for you.
So, Steven, it is about money. That's where you're wrong. It's not about your fucking movement, you child. You 16-year-old, you college sophomore. For somebody who doesn't like these college liberals, Steven, you sure do think like them.
Well, projection much?
It's not about money. It's about the cause and the movement. Grow up, Count Chocula.
Nation was about conservatism, the movement, and big tech. They keep talking about money. I'm talking about a country. I'm talking about a movement. I'm talking about making a difference.
Now go buy a mug and you can help me fight for the country. Yeah, you got it, Paul Revere.
It's not about the money, and Jeremy and the Daily Wire know that. How do I know they know that? Because after, according to what he said, I walked away from the offer. I did place one more call to the Daily Wire, and I made it very, very clear that it wasn't about money. That was not the topic of conversation. There was zero, as they've tried to portray this, miscommunication.
No, there was miscommunication. No. Crowder is incapable of hearing other people. Crowder's going, there is no miscommunication. Yes, there was, Steven. They're trying to communicate something to you. You're not getting it. They can't do this for the movement. If you want a movement, start one. But he wants to start a movement with someone else's money and then say it's not about money.
He's sitting here playing Mr. Misunderstood, too. Yeah. Like, they just don't understand what I'm going for. It's for the country.
It's because
you're not changing shit.
Yeah, it's because in your Adderall-laden brain, it makes sense to you. It doesn't make sense to any of us.
In his brain, too, like, he doesn't understand. Like, he's trying to change how business in general works, and it just can't be that way. Like, businesses will do what they've got to do to make a profit.
It was one last call where the only thing that I asked for, my only demand, was their word, and not even for me, but for other people coming up facing these kinds of contracts.
Oh, yeah, Steven, champion of the little man, Steven Crowder. Yeah, so he wanted to make sure that all these young bucks coming up get a fair shake.
No, it's not about him having a good deal, in his opinion.
Okay, Steven, you want these young kids to be able to come up and have free speech, right? Is that what is?
I think so.
Waive not gay Jared's NDA. Waive Sven.
No shit.
Yeah, waive Sven Computer's NDA. Waive all the NDAs of everybody you've signed. If you don't bring Dave Landau back, let him say whatever he wants about you legally. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hey, Steven, balls in your court, captain of self-owning.
Wow, that is pretty gay. Free speech matters, but let's take away everyone's free speech that's around me just in case.
And you know what Steven would say? Well, I'm running a business. Exactly, fuckface.
I've got to protect